What's up, bro? So, a week back, I had created a video on how to find your passion, and it really got good response. And I also got a couple of comments. And in one of the comments, someone asked about, can you elaborate it more? Can you give a detailed explanation about how to find your passion and how long should I stick to it? And can you give me some options on how do I find certain things from where I can, you know, select topics, right? So in this video I'm going to give a detailed explanation about how to find what you like. Okay, so I have prepared for this video. I have written down a couple of things that I really want to talk in this video, right? So the first thing is you need to explore a bunch of options. And what do I mean by explore a bunch of options is right now you want to get started on something that you really want to do, like you want to make money online, or you want to make a channel like this, or you want to get into freelancing, or you want to learn a particular skill, or you want to start your own business or something like that. And for that you need to find what are the essential skills that is really required for the goal that you want to achieve. And you need to explore a bunch of options in that. For example, if you want to really get into freelancing, then you can find out what are the type of skills that you can provide when you want to freelance. And if you are really interested into graphic designing or website development and all these kind of things, you can select the one that you like and you can dive deep into it. Okay, so and I'll give you also a quick suggestion on, or a quick tip on how to find topics if you don't really know what are the topics. Okay, so you can go on any of these course websites, right, like Udemy or Coursera and all that. So you go there and go into categories, and there are subsections of the different types of skills given there. So you can go there and find out the different types of skills, and you can explore each and every skill. And if you don't know about a particular skill, just Google about that skill, or ask in chat GPT about that skill and learn what that skill is. And if you really like really like something about that skill, then you can choose it. Okay, so this is how you explore the topics on the internet. Because you don't get a list somewhere that these are the list and you have to choose from this. And the most exact or the most comparative way that you can find on internet is, as I told you, you have to go on some course websites where they are teaching skills, and you have to find the categories there and go into the categories, find out all the subcategories and the skills that they are teaching there. So you can go on to Skillshare or something like that and find out which is the one that interests you. That is how you explore a bunch of skills. So moving on, next, start consuming content about it. Once you find and select, for example, you selected web development, right? Then you need to go and start consuming content about what is web development and what are the things that go on in web development. How do you provide services, or how do you acquire a particular set of skills, and all these things. You need to start feeding information about web development. You need to start reading articles about it, or you need to ask all your doubts on Google or on ChatGPT, or you need to watch videos of that. And there are a bunch of creators who give really good knowledge about these things. No matter the skill, there are plenty of creators out there teaching about all the skills. You need to start consuming content of those people. And then what you do is, after you find the creators that you want to consume, you consume the content for 1 or 2 weeks or even for a month, because it will get your brain prepared for for you to learn, or for you to get into the skill. You will start to understand the language of the industry that you want to enter, or the skill that you want to learn, because there are particular languages, or there are particular words that you don't understand at the beginning when you start exploring these skills, right? So when you go deep down, and you will start understanding the language of the community that particular community speaks, and the the essential things or the important things that you need to have as a beginner, and all these things, you will start understanding about all these things. Then what you need to do is, after you consume a content for a long time, like for 15-20 days or for 1 month, you need to start finding free courses or free tutorials on YouTube. Because Don't spend a bunch of money trying to learn course and all that. There are plenty of courses on YouTube, so try to find a free tutorial or a free course and start learning there. Start learning about the skills that you are, that you have selected, and start, experimenting. If they have any projects that they are teaching currently, try to do those projects, and when you try to do those projects, you will learn a lot of things. For example, if you are learning Photoshop and they are teaching about how to, edit a picture, then you will start understanding about all the tools, all the details, how do you do things and all these things. You will start learning slowly about all those tools when you go into tutorials, because you are going basically one layer deeper. Because in the previous sorry in the previous sorry I whenever I prepare a video, I can't actually focus on both the things, right? So I need to look at the things that I've written, and then I have to tell you, right? For making this video in a proper structured way, I have to do both the things, and I'm not really good at it. I'm trying to get good at these things, okay? So forgive me if I do any mistakes, right? I fumble and all this shit, okay? So when you go one level deeper, what you understand is, when you first started consuming content, you are on the basic top level, right? Consuming all the general knowledge about the skill, okay? You now need to go one level deeper into the skills, and you need to start doing projects. For example, if you are getting into YouTube and you are learning about video editing, at the initial stage you will start consuming content. At that time you will understand the different types of edits and all these things on a basic level. But when you start taking this free tutorials or free courses, you will start doing it yourself. You will get a proper hands-on knowledge, okay? So that's the reason I'm telling you to, start and try out these free courses that are available on YouTube, okay? And when you learn certain things from these tutorials or these courses, try to, you know apply those things in your real life. Try to do a project by yourself, try to edit a video by yourself, try to edit a picture by yourself in Photoshop, or any particular skill that you are doing, or try to build a website by yourself when you finish learning, right? And in between learning, you might feel that you want to give up and all that. You know what, when you feel like that, just take a break and just give some time. Because at the initial stage, when you're not really good at it and you don't want to, feel like a dumb person, you will start feeling that, you know what, I'm not really good at it, so I should just give up. So don't do that. Take a break, take 1 or 2 days break, and then again get back to it, finish the course. And when you have completed the course, go and try and apply and do some of your own projects. Because when you do some of your own projects, you will understand the real problems that you are facing. You will understand the mistakes that you make, and you will understand where, in which part of the skill that I'm learning, I'm facing any problems. Then you go back on the tutorials and learn about the problems that you're facing again. So this cycle, you need to keep on doing it again and again for a couple of months, for 2 to 3 months, right? It's pretty reasonable. Because if you just keep on jumping every 2 to 3 days, then it's not reasonable for you to, learn any skill, because you can't learn any fucking skill in 2 to 3 days. So don't do that. Give some time and do these things for 2 to 3 months. And some of the people right now, you might be thinking that, you know what, I actually don't know how to find these skills and all that. Again, I'm telling you, go on to this course websites and don't purchase anything. Go on to categories and try to explore different kinds of skills. Because there they will be, you know they will be have give sorry they will have given you a sorry, man, I fumble a lot. They will provide you with different kinds of categories and subcategories, and all the skills that you provide, all the skills that they provide. And when you start exploring those things, you will find a particular skill that interests you, and then you select. So don't tell me that, you know what, I don't know where to find, and I don't know how to, or suggest me some topic that I can start. don't I mean don't hold yourself back. Take this action step, okay? Then what you do is, yeah, you pretty much stick to those things. When you select those things, this is a huge one. Because what people do is, when they select a particular skill and they try it for one week, they feel bored and they just give up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Even when you feel bored, but you can still go on, just push yourself a bit, because in this process what you do is, it is a game of timing, right? You need to spend a bunch of time in a particular skill for you to understand that, you know what, can you do this, or can you work on this for a longer time. You're exploring here, you're exploring your options, your passion, you're trying to find your passion here, right? So it takes some amount of time, but if you don't do that, then it's pretty much of no use. If you start changing the skill after 1 to 2 days or 1 week, bro, trust me, I've made this mistake and I've learned this the hard way. Don't do that, because it has taken me so long for me to, find out my real thing, that is, making these YouTube videos. Because I've done YouTube, then I've tried a bunch of different things, then I started doing them for a long time, then I left those things and got back on YouTube, and this cycle has been going on with me for a very long time, because this is my fifth attempt, right? I've done and given up, done and given up YouTube 4 to 5 times right now, and finally I can now feel that, you know what, I can do this for a pretty long time, so I'm doing it currently. So yeah, that is the process how you do. And if you find sorry, if you find something that you really like and you can do it for a long time, you are really doing this thing for 2 to 3 months, then congratulations, you have come across something that you really like. Now stick to it for 1 year at least, or 6 months, or I suggest 1 year. Because what happens is, even though when you do certain things for 1 year, you might still not end up liking them at the end of the 1 year, right? So it is just as I told you, this is a game of timing, right? You need to give some time, you need to spend a bunch of time in that. So give 1 year or 2 years, and if you still feel that you can go on, then all the best, you have found the right thing for you. But if you feel that, after a year you kind of don't want to do it, you feel stressed, then again, all you have to do is repeat this process, same process. Find or explore topics that you don't know, and when you come across those topics, select the one which you really like or which really interests you, and then start consuming content about it. Then try learning about it. When you try learning about it, try to do some projects in it. And when you do some projects, and if you really feel good, then go with it. And if you don't feel good, then you can give it up, and then this process repeats. So this is how you find what you really like. And yeah, I made this video because there was a comment in my old video, that is how to find your passion, that I don't know what are the skills that I should select, or something like that. So that's the reason I made this video, so that it can be helpful for you guys who really understand that you need to stick with this process for a very long time, and you have to not jump around here and there, but also that how you need to explore the topics, and how you need to start learning about it, and how you need to go about acquiring those skills and all that. And I know that I have fucked up so much in this video. I have fumbled, I have mispronounced, sometimes I go blank, sometimes I can't speak, but bro, I'm still trying to improve here. And this is the advice that I would give my younger self, if I could have gone back in time and told to this dumb kid who was struggling to find what he likes, and after a pretty long time I found this. So I would have stick to YouTube if I would have learned this back then and there. That's the reason I'm telling you right now. So yeah, that's pretty much the video. Take care, bro, and follow the process. Bye.